Can a state governor grant a pardon like the president? Imagine being convicted of a crime and wondering if someone in power can help you get a fresh start. That's where pardons come into play, but who exactly has the authority to grant them? Let's explore how this works across different levels of government. A state governor can grant pardons, but their power is limited to crimes under state law. This means if you are convicted of a crime that violates state statutes, the governor has the authority to pardon you. The process usually involves submitting an application, which is reviewed by a pardon or parole board. The board investigates your case, considers your behavior since the conviction, and then makes a recommendation to the governor. The governor can then decide whether to grant the pardon based on this advice. On the other hand, the President of the United States has a different kind of power. The President's pardon authority is derived directly from the U.S. Constitution. This power applies only to federal offenses, which include crimes prosecuted under federal law, military crimes, and offenses in the District of Columbia. The President can pardon individuals for these federal crimes without needing approval from any other branch of government. It's important to understand that the President's pardon does not cover state crimes. If someone is convicted in a state court, only the governor or the state's pardon board can grant a pardon for that conviction. The federal and state systems operate independently, each with its own rules and procedures. From a criminal defense perspective, knowing who can grant a pardon helps shape post-conviction strategies. If a client has a federal conviction, the defense team might advise pursuing a presidential pardon. For state convictions, the focus shifts to the state's pardon process, which often involves multiple steps like submitting applications, attending hearings, and waiting for a decision. It's also worth noting that pardons generally do not erase the criminal record. They can relieving certain legal disabilities or civil consequences linked to the conviction, like losing voting rights or employment restrictions. But the record itself usually remains unless additional steps like expungement are taken. To sum it up, the President can pardon federal crimes, while state governors can pardon crimes under state law. Both powers are separate but serve the same purpose, offering a second chance and reducing the consequences of past mistakes. Knowing which authority to approach depends on whether the offense was prosecuted at the federal or state level.